the Ring of Herculean Strength increases our item burden whenever we put it on. I'm guessing this was most useful for original Demon Souls 2009 version, so that whenever you were going to pick something up and your item burden was full, you could pop that ring on instead of maybe the cling ring or whatever else you had, and then come back and yada yada yada. There are also new NPCs here, 2 of them that I'll be speaking to, starting with the Worshipper of God. This might be the follower of God and not the worshipper. I don't know.
Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Alan left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by soul-starved madmen. My spine shudders just to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. If I did not have my miracle...
She will talk about this keepsake of her grandfather a bunch. And I'm pretty sure it's just an upgrade material. I don't know for sure. You can get it by talking to her with 20 faith. I just think it's really weird because she is like really obsessed with it. She's like, I probably wouldn't have made it without this weapon upgrade material that I haven't used. It's really interesting. Let's talk to this guy first.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him. And now I have run away and abandoned his augustness. O Lord, punish me, for I have not the strength to punish myself. Oh, August One, I hesitate to imagine your present state. Deep within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine, will you continue to pray, even in such misery? Oh, August One, I hesitate to imagine your presence. Deep, will you continue to pray?
This guy has something weird in his hand. I don't know what it is. I can't see it either. Talk to him again. I don't think I can do it during this dialogue. Anyway, what he says makes more sense later. Now it's time to talk to this guy. I think the names are Worshipper and Disciple of God. Actually, she might be the disciple, or maybe he is, or maybe it's like Disciple, Worshipper, and Follower. Either way, they're all named something of God, and this is the last one.
You must be another disciple of God. I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth. A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians, in the end, are mere servants of the demons. A miracle is a magicians, in the end.
This guy teaches us miracles. Yay! Pretty useful and pretty expensive. So I'll be staying away from that for now. You can also attune your spells. This is how you attune your stuff in this game, by talking to an NPC.
I see. You wish to train yourself in stoicism. Very well. I pray we meet again.
Now on the other side is Frake's apprentice, who is not nearly as cool as the Worshipper of God or whoever we just talked to. This guy's kind of a dick, and I don't really like him.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from his cell in Latria. I will help you, however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone. Master Frake is a great man who has systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. By observing the state of Boletaria and the demons within it, he is likely to pave the way for greater things. All the more reason that I must meet Master Frake as soon as possible. All the more reason.
This guy teaches us magic. Yay. Some of it's really cheap, actually. Wow, I didn't realize how cheap some of this stuff is. And then, of course, we can attune our stuff here. I'm not going to invest in any of it right now, and he's going to get pissed about it, I think.
I see. Suit yourself. Just ensure that you rescue Sage Frake as quickly as possible.
Okay, maybe not. I don't know when he turns into a dick. Right now he hasn't said anything too offensive, but later on he's a jerk. Trust me. If you can't talk to these guys, it's because you don't meet the requirement. You need, I believe, 10 intelligence. It could be 10 magic. But you need 10 intelligence to talk to Frake's apprentice, and you need 10 faith to talk to the worshipper or disciple of God or whatever his name is. So if you can't speak to them, you'll probably have to put a level or two into one of those stats in order to talk to them.
Brave soul, for whom death is no fear. Prithee, lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
Eye stones briefly connect diffused worlds. Should you lose your physical form, remember the Eye Stone. The Maiden in Black manipulates souls with inhuman prowess. Her strength allows her to aid slayers of demons. So she just gave us online play items that don't weigh anything and I won't be using.
What is it? Seekest thou the power of souls?
I'm gonna say no, just to hear the extra dialogue, because if you say no, you can talk to her again, and then you can say yes the second time.
I understand. Pray forgive me. Perhaps I thought wrongly of you. I am sorry. I have always been here in this nexus. I was here when the old one awakened, and I will be here when it rests once more. What is it? Seekest thou the power of souls?
If you say no, you hear that little bit of dialogue. I don't know if you hear it if you say yes. You might be able to just talk to her and hear it, but the Candle Maiden doesn't have a lot of dialogue.
Of course. After all, thou requirest strength. Go ahead. Touch the demon inside me. Let these vagabond souls become thine own. Myself, I am only here to tend to each flame. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here.
And that's it.
I keep the candles lit.
This is all she says for basically ever, as far as I'm aware, until the very end of the game, which is a little disappointing. Admittedly, I feel that most of the NPCs in Demon Souls, specifically the Maiden in Black, who feels like a really, really important character that is pretty interesting, doesn't have a lot of dialogue and feels really, really two-dimensional, which kind of sucks because I would love to hear more about what's going on and stuff, and usually this type of character has really interesting things to say, but I don't even think she has a quest to clear her eyes or whatever because they're occluded by wax, like Stockpile Thomas mentioned. At least from what I've seen, she doesn't have any specific quest line or anything like that. I could be wrong, and that would be awesome. But from what I know, she just says this
I keep the candles
for
lit.
basically the rest of the game. I tried talking to her a bunch throughout my first playthrough, and the dialogue never changed. So I don't know if I need to do something specific or what, but I would definitely be interested in hearing more from her, which is why saying no the first time gets you that little bit of extra dialogue, and it's like, oh, that's cool. But she levels us up, and she says one line the whole time, every time, and then that's it. That's the Maiden in Black, or the Candle Maiden.